Happy morning, children. How are you all? I hope you are fine and safe in your home. Today, in this session, we are going to see our subject science. Okay, children. Which lesson we are going to revise today? Very good, children. Our lesson 3, different habitats of plants. In this lesson, like the previous session, I am going to recall you the possible one-word questions in this lesson. Okay, children. Here already I marked some of the points and all. Just listen, children, don't memorize it. Just recall everything and listen the class properly. Then only during your exam you can able to answer easily for all the questions, children. Okay, children. Now I am going to summarize this lesson. Get ready. Shall we start, children? Yes. What is that? What is the first point I underline? Plant community. What is that? Plant community. An assembly of different kinds of plants in a particular place. That is, group of plants in a particular place is called plant community. What is the next point? Habitat. Habitat means the living place of a plant or an animal. What is that? The living place of a plant or an animal is known as habitat. What is the next paragraph? Adaptation. What is adaptation? The plants have to adjust to the surrounding environment. The plant have to adjust to the surrounding environment. This adjustment to various habitats is known as adaptation. Okay, children, here you are having key points. First one, plant community, habitat. The next one is different types of, that is different habitats of plants. Hydrophytes, conifers, terrestrial plants, xerophytes, epiphytes, parasitic, insectivorous plants, saprophytes. Okay, children. What is the next one? Aquatic plants. Aquatic means, that means plant grow in water. Plant growing in water is called aquatic plants. Or what is the another name? Hydrophytes. What is the another name? Hydrophytes. Some plants may grow in rivers, lakes and ponds. This water which is portable to drink, that is, it is edible to drink. Okay, children, that one is freshwater plants. That one is freshwater plants. And some plants may grow in the salt water. Some plants may grow in the salt water. That one is called marine plants. Okay, children, marine plants. Shall we go to the next page? What is in the next page? What we are having? Yes. In that aquatic plants, the next type is submerged hydrophytes. Submerged hydrophytes, that is nothing but plants which grow completely underwater. Completely underwater are called submerged plants. Here some examples are there. Sea lettuce, eel grass, coralline, then Vallisneria hydrilla. Okay, children, these plants can live in water. They also need some sunlight for photosynthesis. They can get enough through water and reach these plants. The next one is partially submerged. Partially, in the word itself you can able to understand. Somewhat it will be afloat in water and somewhat it will be under the water. Okay, children. Plants like water lily and lotus are fixed at the bottom by the roots, but their stems are long and bring their leaves and flowers up, that is float on the surface of water. The flowers and all, it will float on the water, but that roots and stems are under the water. Okay, children, the stem will be soft and spongy. What is the next one? And one more important point is tomato are present on the upper surface. Where it will present? It will present on the upper surface. The next type is free floating plant. What is that? Free floating. It will float on the surface of water. It will float on the surface of water. It will be light in weight. If the weight is less only, we can able to float. It will able to float on the water. Okay, children, these plants float on the surface of water. They are light in weight. Here the best example is duckweed. What is that? The best example is duckweed. It will float on the water. The next one is terrestrial or land plants. In our terrestrial land, what is that? Mostly what are all the trees you can able to see? Mango tree, neem tree, people tree, rose plant, this and all you can able to see in the land. No children, these plants require moderate amount of water. Okay, moderate amount of water. What is another name for this one? Mesophytes. What is another name? Mesophytes. The best example is mango tree, neem tree, people tree and rose plant. Shall we move to the next one? Yes, what is that one? Here some terrestrial plants that will grow in very cold place. In very cold place the leaves will be, it will be like a cone. Okay children, they even form forest and are known as coniferous forest. Leaves will be needle in structure, needle in structure. Instead of that cone shaped, it gets the name as conifers because of their shape. Then some fruit trees like apples, cherries and plums also grown here. Okay children, how the leaves will be? It will be needle like structure and it also resembles cone, so it gets the name as conifers. Shall we go to the next one? Next one is xerophytic plants. Plants which grow in dry sand, that means desert, is known as desert plants or xerophytic plants. Here the rainfall is very poor, very little. Okay children, in this place the stem will perform the function of a leaf. Okay children, to get food. Here the leaves are modified into spines to reduce the loss of water through transpiration. Through transpiration the stem usually stores water and does the function of photosynthesis. The best example is cactus and acacia. What is the next one? Epiphytic plants. What is that? Epiphytic plants. Some plants like orchid grow on other plants. Epiphytic, that will grow on other plants. They grow in places where the climate is warm and humid. Okay children, and one more, the special thing about this one is it has hanging roots. For what? Which absorb water from the humid atmosphere to make their own food. And they have some other roots, special root that is hanging, and some other root. What is that some other root? That is called clinging root. What is this called? Clinging root, which help them to fix themselves to the branches of trees. Okay children, what is the next one? Parasitic plants. What is the next one? Parasitic plants. Some plants like dodder plant that grow on, here you can able to see this parasitic plant. Here this one is the host plant, this one is the parasitic plant. Get food and water from the plant through special roots. This one is known as parasitic plants. It depend on that host plant. Okay children, it always depend on this host plant. This is host plant and this one is parasitic plant. The next one is insectivorous. From the name itself it is different, no? All plants needs nitrogen. Okay children, in the form of nitrates. Mostly plants, they will get nitrates from the soil. If sometimes if they are getting very low, means that plants, some plants that grow in such places get their nitrates by trapping and digesting. What is that? Trapping and digesting insects. The best example for this is Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap, sundew and picture plant. Okay children, here in this Venus flytrap it looks like a book. No children, it looks like a book. After landing on in Venus flytrap, the leaves close like a book after the landing of an insect. Next picture plant, here it looks like a lid. No children, the lid gets closed after the entry of an insect. In sundew plants, leaf hair that shines with sunlight attract insects and trap them. What is the next one? Saprophytes. What is this children? Yes, mushroom. Saprophytes like fungi do not have chlorophyll. They do not have chlorophyll. So they observe their food from the dead and decaying organic matter. The best example is mushroom and moles. Shall we move to the next one children? Yes, what is this one? Quick scroll. Summary of this lesson. Living place of a plant. Living place of the plant is known as habitat. Adjusting to the environment by developing special features is known as adaptation. Aquatic plants are known as hydrophytes. They may be totally submerged or partially submerged or free floating. Next one is terrestrial. Land plants grow in normal conditions with moderate water in the soil. Xerophytic plants live in extreme conditions like high temperature where the soil contains very little water. The next one, some plants which grow on other plants and make their food are known as epiphytes. Next, nitrates. Plants which grow in the soil where the nitrates are very low trap the insects and digest them. It is called as insectivorous plants. Fungi like mushroom and other fungi live on dead and decaying organisms. These are known as saprophytes. The next one is some plants live on other plants and obtain food for them. These plants are called parasitic plants. The next one, this is your homework part, children. This is keywords. What is that? Keywords. All the important keywords: plant community, habitat, adaptation, mesophytes, parasitic plants, saprophytic plants, xerophytic plants, and its explanation. This one you want to write as home test in your homework note. Next, children, this one word. Okay, lesson 3, book back exercise. These one words you want to write as home test, children. Homework: write the keywords and book back exercise as home test. Refer book page number 25 and 26, children. I hope you all understood this lesson. In the next session, we can revise the lesson 4. Write the homework neatly and send it to your class teacher, children. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.